Now, a judge just sentenced Sean Grayson to 20 years behind bars. The former Sangamon County Sheriff's deputy was convicted of killing Sonya Massey after she called 911 for help. Mayor Kawash is live in Springfield. You were in court, Mayor. Massey's children gave impact statements.
Yeah, very emotional morning here in court, in a packed courthouse with protesters outside, many family members here inside. But the Massey family erupted in tears and some joy as Judge Ryan Cadigan handed down a 20-year sentence to Sean Grayson. That's the maximum allowed under this second-degree murder conviction that he faced. We saw multiple rows of family members related to Sonya Massey, very emotional in court, and there was a handful of family members there for Deputy Sean Grayson. Now, Grayson made the decision in court to address the family and the courtroom himself, expressing a lot of emotion and remorse that we hadn't seen up until this point. He apologized for the entire incident, admitting that he made several mistakes on the night that he shot and killed Sonya Massey in her home in July of 2024, saying he wishes that he could bring her back, while also asking the family for forgiveness in the long run. Now, we heard 4 victim impact statements, 2 of those from Sonya's children and then both of her parents as well. Grayson looking straight at each family members as they addressed the court, at that time showing no emotion. Both of her children speaking about the permanent harm this has done to their family, their own mental health, and how they survive each day. At one point, Sonya's mother, Donna, ended her statement looking directly at Grayson, saying, quote, "Sean Grayson, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Those are the exact words Sonya allegedly said to Grayson before he shot her 3 times in her home on July 6th of 24. During the trial, Grayson had told investigators he thought her, quote, rebuke meant she intended to kill him. Now 572 days since that shooting, Grayson officially sentenced to 20 years in prison, followed by 2 years of supervised release. We just heard some initial reaction from the family and attorney.
I am just overwhelmed with joy. We prayed that this would happen, that he would get the maximum sentence. But we look forward to him being prosecuted federally for violation of Sonya's civil rights. I don't care about who's running this country right now, but I'm gonna let you know that as her dad, I want him prosecuted federally too, so that when his sentence is up here in the state of Illinois, he can begin his federal sentence in the federal penitentiary.
Facts.
Now, we have also seen protesters continue to gather outside the Sangamon County Courthouse both before and after the sentencing, chanting 20 years is simply not enough. The judge today also denying a motion from the defense requesting a new trial. The defense says they do plan to appeal this sentencing here in a few weeks. So Grayson now set for 20 years in prison. That'll be followed by 2 years of supervised release. We are expecting to hear more comments from the Massey family here shortly after this sentencing to learn more about their reaction. We did hear from Grayson's family. They said they have no comment at this time.
And I like that the father stand up, because at the end of the day, 20 years ain't gonna bring back their kids. They'd rather just have their daughter back. You know what I'm saying? And that's for everything. I'd rather just have my daughter back and you don't serve no time. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Then you just get 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Because then that's 20 years. This is state of Illinois. You don't have to serve that whole 20. I guarantee you he's not going to serve that whole 20. They already trying to not get it. They trying to get a different sentence already after they've been sentenced. But you know what? He was in the commission of duty. They're going to try to they already tried to justify it, but they all know he was wrong. Now, I'm glad he got the max. I'm going to say this. I'm glad he got the max. They're trying to appeal that sentence. So, which means they're trying to either get a lesser sentence already or get resentenced. But the point is, you came in this lady's house. She called you for help, right? She called you for help. Yes, she might have been tweaking, but that could be anybody. I work with people with mental health problems or just people that call the police. You know what I'm saying? They call the police all the time because they're just tweaking on random shit. But to go in a lady's house for help, and she's the one called you for help, and you make it seem as if she's the threat. Your officer told her to remove the hot water from the plate, from the pot, from the oven. She moved it. And then you threatened to shoot her in the head, and that's what you did. You didn't have to shoot her in the head, bro. You could have shot her in the shoulder, anything. I'm not saying that that's what you're not trained to do, but I'm saying that you shouldn't have shot her in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And now you got to serve your life 20 years, bro. You a young man. Now you got to serve 20 years in jail. Of course, this is just, and you know what I hate about this, bro? And this is what I hate about politics, right? I hate when black people are so anti-Trump, but at the same time, the guy that you love so much, J.B. Prister, he's never spoke on this, ever. He knows that this is a state problem. He's the governor of the said state. He's never once spoke on this. He never say, oh, this is a good thing. Oh, yes, that guy shouldn't. That's because they don't represent the black community. And that's why I said black people worry about black people, because we go out there and we protest for non-black problems, right? And not to switch up the narrative, but that's exactly what happens. We protest for things that's not for black people, and then we help support a governor that doesn't even acknowledge something like this happens. Simple acknowledging it. But he quick to make a tweet about Trump. And that's why I don't respect that guy. Because he's quick to make a tweet about Trump, talk about immigration, but when a black woman is killed by the state deputy, you don't even speak on it and say it's wrong. You're the state governor. Speak up. If y'all wrong, bro. Simple as that. He's been sentenced, so obviously you're wrong, right? That's the problem, bro. Literally, that's the problem. We suffer when we don't understand, bro. And I would say, the father, he's right. You need federal charges. Now, it doesn't matter who's the, I'm be honest. If anybody's going to push this narrative, bro, I guarantee you, Trump will have motherfuckers on this. Just ask him. Call him by name, Mr. Trump. We would like federal charges in this because it violated her civil rights, entering her home and killing her within her home. I guarantee you, Trump, what type of guy he is, he would literally tell him to get on it. And it's done just like that, federal. You get what I'm saying? But the last president wasn't on that. Like he said, it doesn't matter what president he's on. This should be federal too, because it's a violation of civil rights in general. This is my conclusion. He's going to, they're going to try to dispute this. You know what I'm saying? And even if it doesn't go through, he's not going to serve the whole 20. He's probably going to fuck around and serve 10 for real and be released. This ain't feds. There's no mandatory. They'll release him. That's exactly what's going to happen. That's the real reality of this situation. That's why black people need to get their shit together and worry about y'all people. Stop worrying about other people. Worry about the rights of our own people. Because when you look up and your people getting injured, where are those people at that you was helping earlier? They're nowhere to be found. They're never speaking on this. JB never spoke on this. Never said a thing. You know what I'm saying? Where the white people at to protest this, right? Where those agitators at now? My point. That being said, I want to know what's your opinion. I really want to know the black people's opinion of what I just said, because I want to know that we're on the same page, at least mentally. I'm not saying Trump will enforce charges, but he's more likely to do it than the last president. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. Okay. And for our governor, J.B. Prister, for him not to even speak on it at all, that's a problem right there. Because you are the leader of the state. And you know that your state has done wrong. This happened like 4 years ago, by the way. This shit happened a long time ago. They're just now sentencing him. But that's how long the system takes to get simple justice for something like this. A 20-year, and the only reason he got a 20-year because he was an active duty. That was it. He was on duty when it happened. If this happened anywhere else where he wasn't on duty, it's a life sentence. It's murder. On camera. Anyway, it's your boy AngeloSavage. Subscribe to my channel. Tell me what you think about this in the comment section. Let's go. Peace.